Good afternoon. How's it going, guys? Welcome to Crimson Lotus Tea. The microphone on. Double check. Somebody let me know in chat if things are working. It's been a minute since I've done this, and I kind of forgot how all my settings worked. So, but we're good. We're good. We're gonna get it back, and I'm gonna get it figured out. I'm actually gonna do it from Instagram now as well. I think I can do both at the same time. I've been working on some settings here. Give me a sec to figure it out. So if people are on Instagram, they can check it out. And hey, Jason Floyd, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? Hey, thanks for all the good wishes. Here we go. Let's try this on Instagram too. Check one, check two. Okay, here we go. Awesome. Yeah, no, this is exciting. I haven't done like Instagram and YouTube live at the same time, but I figured, hey, if everybody wants to, they can join on the platform of their choice. So yeah, hey, happy 8th anniversary to us. I'm super excited. I can't believe it's been 8 years. That's a really long time, and it's simultaneously been like super fast and also slow. Some things go slow and some things go quick. It's been an interesting 8 years. Got a little music going on in the background. A Twitch channel called Chill Hot Music. If it's too loud, let me know. I can turn it down. If my microphone's not doing good enough, let me know and I can fix that as well. See what's going on. So yeah, I got both of my chats here. I think it's good. I got YouTube, Instagram, and we're just gonna brew some tea and talk to you guys. You guys can ask me questions about tea business stuff. Do whatever. Just have a nice chill little time. And I'm going to be starting off with a sheng pu'er. I'm going to use our 2009 Jingmai, which I have not had recently, but looks like most everybody that ordered it early has got their version of it now. And if you have 2009 Jingmai, which is let's see, this one right here, this which you can't see because my lights are too bright, but yeah, the little honeybee logo on there. What pot? We do have new pots. You guys have seen some of these. I've been posting these. Here we go. This camera. Our 8-ball pots. They're fun. They're awesome. They're super cool, and you can win one. Or not auctioning. We're having a contest for 4 of them. We made 4 test versions to see how they turned out, and decided to give them away for our 8th anniversary. Let's see. You know what? This little guy has not had love in a while, so I'm gonna brew with this little cutie. You gotta cycle through all your teapots. Yeah, 8-year anniversary. It's been a long time, long time coming. 8 years in the making. But we didn't even really do an anniversary sale last year. Last year was last year was COVID stuff, and it just didn't feel right having. I don't know. I didn't even want to do sales. I don't know. It just felt tone deaf or something, having a bunch of sales right when everyone's losing businesses and losing jobs and everything like that. So I think we just completely ignored our most of like the sales stuff we would do, but then came down around like Christmas time, Black Friday and stuff, and people just really wanted a discount. So we did a Black Friday sale, even though I hadn't planned on doing it. But yeah, so we didn't do a 7th year anniversary sale. But how could we pass up our 8th? 8 is a lucky number in China, and it's a big deal, man. It's pretty excited about it. All right, let's see. So you guys can comment in chat what you're drinking, and if I see it, I'll mention it. Oh, Ultramags, you like the Tocha? The Tocha is a ton of fun. Right, DNGT. Yeah, no, I did. I offered we did offer kind of like take as you please discounts, but I don't know. For me, that seemed a little bit different than just being like, hey, sale, like give me money that nobody has because they're not working anymore. So I don't know. I don't know. It was just something that was going through the back of my mind most of last year. But I think I don't know. I guess we're still in the midst of weird stuff. So, but we're all good. So yeah, comment what you guys are drinking. I want to know what you guys are doing. Joseph Burton can't stay today. It's good to see. It's good to see you too, man. Thanks for all the good wishes. I really appreciate it. And yeah, Ultramags. That the Tocha is pretty fun. Pretty excited. I'm excited about the blend. I'm excited about the name. I'm excited about being able to press things into Tochas, which I don't know why we hadn't done that before. I guess I never really thought about it. And I was just like, well, shoot, something like that pretty much has to be pressed into a Tocha. So yeah. So this 2009 Jingmai. This is a pretty potent tea. It's got nice aromas. Like you would expect from a Jingmai, but it's got a little bit more going on to it too. So Moonlight Beauty, nice. That's a good one. Yeah, different shapes are fun. I mean, I really like the squares and the bricks and stuff like that. But usually like the heavy compression on those just makes them so hard to open. As much as I like that shape, but going with the Tocha, I thought was kind of win-win. I really enjoy the Tocha shape, even though it's a little awkward, especially for like packaging it. Obviously, like the most efficient shape geometrically wise is just like an actual brick with straight sides as far as like packing efficiency in our storage house. But no, I really like the Tocha shape, and so pretty excited to be able to have one. Brewing Jim White is brewing Feist. Nice. Got this nice fairness cup here. I forget I got two cameras. Get this one and this one. There we go. They're pretty close. Going. Yeah. So what of the teas that we've got this year that you guys are excited about? Because we've got so we've only got five 2021 teas. Which is less than we had last year. It was a tricky year. We had a lot of we still have a couple that are actually getting pressed. Whole handful of background issues that aren't really worth going into, but made things a little bit slower this year. But I think that what we've got is pretty good. Miles of Chalice, drinking water. You had too much shung. Everything is spinning. Yeah, that's probably a good idea to drink. Probably a good idea to drink some water. Tom, you're not drinking anything. It's okay. You just had some 2009 Jingo. Oh, nice. Yeah, all the shipping issues, Ultramags. It's not just the U.S. China is also still really messed up. They just have massive queues in their in all their ports. Stuff just sits there and waits to go out. And if you check your tracking, like a package, like it's signed in at Kunming, goes from Kunming to Guangzhou. It's in Guangzhou for a day, goes from Guangzhou to Kunming, and you'll watch your tracking. And your package goes from Kunming to Guangzhou, back and forth and back and forth. That's nearly the equivalent of going from New York to LA and back repeatedly. And as best as I can tell, they do that because they don't have a place to put it. And so they just keep flying the packages around on the planes until they have a new spot to put it in the warehouse so that it can actually get on a boat or whatever and go from Guangzhou to the U.S. So it's not all the U.S. There's all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's a combination of things. Everything's really messed up. All that stuff, that whole parking lot off the coast of L.A. we've got right now. So many boats out there that they're ripping up oil lines with all the anchors. It's just a mess. It's a big mess. So yeah, I'm hoping that stuff can get figured out, but it's probably not going to get figured out before Christmas time. So if you have ambitions for having new teas before the holidays go, you're probably going to want to order now. It's probably going to take a good 2 hours to actually get there. So 2 hours. It's going to probably take good 2 months. And so about 2 months from now, hey, it's going to be Christmas. So yeah, if you want your stuff in time for Christmas, probably should order now. E-Packet's probably fine. I think E-Packet's probably better than Surface or SAL right now, because I think E-Packet at least still does air from from China to the US. Yeah, so I think that the trick is to stay away from anything having to do with the boats right now. But I think the airplanes. But of course, then San Francisco has just massive backlog of packages waiting to get through customs and stuff there. I've become good friends with one of the one of the ladies that works down there, because I call her every single time packages go missing or something. And so I've chatted with her multiple times last couple of years, and she said they're actually closing it. They're closing like the San Francisco customs package entry point, and I have no idea why, and I don't know, I haven't seen anything else about it, but she's there, she works there every day, and she says they're closing it down, and she doesn't know where they're going to be putting it. It's just massive like warehouses of boxes and boxes and boxes of boxes just waiting to get scanned and brought into the US. So, but yeah, so I would be normally at this point in time I would be drinking one of the new teas that we just released, but because of all sorts of fun things with shipping, we actually don't have them available here in Seattle. We've been waiting for them to like get here, and yeah, and like 2 weeks ago, we just got a notice of like, hey, we're just going to send it back to Kunming, and we're like, well, that's great. So I got teas that need to get released, so can't wait for them anymore. So we posted them this last week, and you know, when we were putting the blends together, we took really copious and detailed notes on everything, which is how I was able to construct the tasting notes from that. And you know, prior experience, I know exactly kind of pretty much closely how it's going to change and modify from Mao into the pressed cake and stuff like that. So when we actually do finally get them, who knows, some of the customers may actually get them before us. But when we actually get them, we'll have some sessions with them, update the tasting notes, make sure things still vibe. That's right. That's one of our new ones. We got two wrappers with art from Stasia this year, which is super awesome. Her stuff is just her stuff's amazing. I love Stasia's work. And if you've followed some of the designs and stuff that we've had in the past, you know, Stasia's worked on Space Girls and Daydream and Baby Dragon, and her stuff kind of had a very cartoony vibe. She really does a lot of works in a cute style like that. But we wanted her to kind of she does so much more stuff, and we really wanted her to be able to kind of branch out a little bit and just kind of see a little bit more of what she can do. Grateful TD, you caught that? Yes, it was not too subtle. Yeah, I'm a huge Neil Stephenson fan, huge Neuromancer fan, and I worked to gene splice in some Neil Stephenson into my, not Neil Stephenson. Sorry, no, that was no. That's Gibson. That's Gibson. Neuromancer is all William Gibson. If I was talking about like pizza delivery and race cars with fat rear tires, that would be the Neil Stephenson route. But no, yeah, I channeled my inner William Gibson for the tasting notes on the sprawl. So if you guys haven't checked that out yet, I really kind of enjoyed being a little bit creative with the tasting notes. So check out Hey Gushu Studios, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Check out go to the sprawl on the site and check out the tasting notes for that. I certainly had a lot of fun doing a little bit of creative writing for that, as well as for Love Potion. I think the description for Love Potion is pretty cool. Love Potion is one that we had Lamo and I had kind of had on the back burner for a long time. Really wanted to put together something that kind of encapsulated what a really awesome, powerful going through session can do. It's almost like you're just being drugged. You just completely fall in love with it. Everything just kind of like works together. You don't even know what it is. You know, it's just leaves and hot water and stuff. But yeah, so I couldn't figure out the design angle. You know, I'm really into the RTs telling like a whole story. You know, through the design and the name and the blend, everything kind of like has to work together. And then I remembered that, you know, China has this amazing, you know, character of the Huli Jing, the nine-tailed fox woman seductress succubus who enchants men in their dreams. And I'm like, you know what, that's perfect. So I kind of described what I wanted for Stasia, and Stasia's like, I can totally do that. And so sent some mock-ups. We kind of worked it back and forth. she had to take pictures of me like holding teapots seductively so we could get it get the teapot pose just right. Oh, Jason, Neil was in your lobby a while back. Yeah, of course. You guys always have interesting people in there. I'm not sure that I'd actually recognize him. I mean, the only picture I've seen of him is like on the back of Cryptonomicon or something like that. I know he lives in the area. I'd probably run into him. Wouldn't even know it was him. But yeah, no, Neil Stevenson does good stuff. So we've got Love Potion. Love Potion's super awesome. Definitely in the storytelling category of tea. Really cool blend. Cool art, cool story, cool concept. Like it a lot. And then I don't know. Just as our world gets more technological, I get more fascinated with the cyberpunk fiction and stuff that I grew up with, and I'm thinking about Neuromancer a lot lately, and I don't know, just something about that just kind of really inspired the sprawl cake. And I think that tea actually really expresses that, or really showcases that idea of, I guess some people might compare it to like altered state, but I think it really just something about conscious spreading, something about going thin across a wide area or something like that was something the idea behind the blend, and that blend actually super good, really tasty. Hey Noev, what's going on? Everybody's on today. This is nice. I'm glad that I could figure out how to do it with Instagram and YouTube at the same time. I think that works out quite well. Yeah, basically I just have a iPad here, camera there, monitor there, and it's all set. It works. Although I did just lose my music. Where did my music go? Let me get a little music going back on here. See what happened to it. Oh well, hopefully the internet didn't die, but we'll see. It might come back. So does anybody have any fun Halloween plans? We got Halloween coming up pretty soon. You guys gonna do any fun costumes for Halloween? I've got a fun idea that I might do a Halloween live stream on Halloween night, a little bit later. Dress up and tell scary stories. Maybe if I can get it set up right, do it so that people could actually tune in. I mean, not tune in, but I could have like Zoom set up so that I could send out a custom link to people at different times, and then they could join in costume, brewing tea, and also tell some sort of a scary story. But we'll see how that works out. I'm losing track of my windows over here. Give me a sec, guys. All right. One sec. There we go. Okay. All right. Got a little music going back. Cool. Oh, you bought a robot. You bought a Halloween robot for your front yard. That's pretty cool. Hey, what's going on, man? It's good to see you on. Ty, yeah. What's going on? What's brewing? Brewing the 2009 Jingmai. Nice aged Jingmai that we posted on our site a little earlier. Ultramegs, have a good one, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Black sugar candy apples tomorrow. Is that what you're making for Halloween? That sounds super awesome. I'm still trying to keep my kids away from too much sugar, but I don't know. We end up becoming our parents. My mom used to always ration our Halloween candy, have like a piece a day for the next week or something like that, and then who knows where the rest of those bags went. Oh yeah, Halloween. Soul Mystic says Halloween down in New Orleans is crazy. I'm sure. Actually, that sounds that's probably an amazing place to have Halloween. That sounds pretty cool. Yeah, they know how to party. They know how to party down in New Orleans. That's for sure. What are you guys gonna be? What are your Halloween costumes? You guys got anything fun? I should have brought my little mask over. Maybe I can get Lamo to grab it. I can show it off. Pretty excited about it. It's kind of got a little bit of a cyberpunk vibe to it. I'm just in a cyberpunk mode lately. Chin White, not for you. Oh, the candy apples are not for your kids. You're not gonna let them have those. They just probably go nuts. I don't know. My kids would be just as happy sitting down drinking tea with me as they would eating candy. Or maybe they wouldn't. Maybe that's just because I haven't given them much sugar. Yeah, so this sale's been going good. So if you guys haven't had a chance, I'm sure everybody who's wanted has already had a chance to go to the site and pick out something that they want and get 15% off. But yeah, you can use the code 80ears. As soon as I posted 8 years as a tag, I realized immediately that it looked like 80 ears to me. So yes, use the code 80ears at checkout, and you'll get 15% off on the site. The Japanese mythical fox kitsune. Yes, yeah, that's right. I think we chatted about that when you came over for tea, right? We talked a little bit about that. I love the fox's mythical nature in Asian culture. Just kind of cool how they're just tricksters. I'm not entirely certain how. Well, I've been reading up a little bit about how the fox is a little bit different in Chinese culture, and how they depending on how old they get new tails or something like that, and then eventually after they've had 9 tails, and then when they're 1,000 years old or something, then they actually become a celestial being in the sky or something like that. So it's pretty cool. Ro, do you think there'll be a lot of trick-or-treaters this year? I have no idea, man. I always take the kids out. We go to like downtown Edmonds or something like that, and just kind of like let them walk around. We didn't do it last year, but I think we'll probably do it this year. So we basically I turn the lights off on the house so that people aren't coming up here trying to find candy. So we don't do the candy at the house, but I like to take the kids out and about. So I'm not sure. You've got a nice little neighborhood there. Does your neighborhood themselves kind of do anything? I don't know. I'm not sure. Don't know what to tell you, man. Don't know how to tell you how much candy to buy. What do you guys think? How much candy should Ro buy in pounds? Why aren't you giving them Crimson Lotus tea samples, man? Why aren't you giving them Crimson Lotus tea balls? What is this, man? Why'd you roll up a bunch of leaves in a ball? Probably get your house egged. Oh, some kids might be like, dude, that's the guy that gives tea every year. What else we got? Oh yeah, Vibe. Wrapper art for Vibe this year was pretty cool. That was also another Stasia art. We doubled up with Stasia this year. She was totally down for doing 2 designs. We were totally down to put 2 of her designs on a wrapper, which is pretty cool. So Vibe, she does these nebula-ish girl in galaxy kind of things, and so I kind of described the tea, gave her a rough idea about it and what we wanted to do, and then I was like, you know what, just go for it and have fun, and yeah, that's the way to do it. She was that art was just super cool, and I still actually have to. She lives about 45 minutes south of us. I still gotta go down there. I'll wait till the tea gets here so I can actually give her her cakes, and then I'll get the art and we'll be able to put the art back up on the wall. Put the art on the art wall. Mouths a chop. Probably, yeah, you're probably right. It's probably not a good idea to get young kids tea drunk, but I don't know. Depends on the age, but I don't think I would intentionally set out to try and get young kids tea drunk without their parents' permission or something like that. But I don't know. The kids these days and their caffeine, I think they could probably handle it. My kids drink a little bit, but I usually water it down for them. They'll come over and they'll have a little tea with me, and I've got like a cup of cold water, a cup of tea, and I just kind of make them a custom little mix, and they like to sit there and sip it and stuff. Ty, yeah, you're right. Little elemental balls would be kind of cute to give out for Halloween. Yummy could make the tea, give it out in little cups. Yeah, I think that's I don't know, that gets kind of like weird. I think parents just don't like actual consumable things right there. I think it would probably depend on the neighborhood and the community. If you knew everybody and they were sitting out there making tea and stuff, it could totally be cool. But yeah, you're right. It wouldn't. Yeah, depending on where you are, it might not work. Tom, that's right. Yeah, no candy. Just throw chochas out the window. Just make the kids run for it. Bobbing for chochas. There you go. I just have a big huge cauldron of hot water and a bunch of floating chochas. This is horrible ideas. Horrible. What else? Oh yeah, of course, Altered State, new version of Altered State. Basically the exact same blend, but just new year, new blend. Same ratio, same material, same mountains, same everything. I updated the art, put a new nebula in the background. It's got a little bit more bluish, a little bit more pinkish, just kind of separate out the designs visually. And yeah, this is a design from Alka Michael. If you guys don't know that, I guess you guys probably all know that. Alka Michael on Instagram. He does really cool stuff. You should follow his things. Let me think. It's yeah, I really need to get started back again doing some of the Between Two Teapots. Get on some of the artists again. Have another stream with Alka Michael. He's always a ton of fun. He and I just end up chatting about everything that isn't tea, which is kind of funny. He's got an amazing teapot, teaware, tea collection. So people always get a chance to geek out by his giant tea wall that's right behind him. So costumes, what are you guys? Who's told me what they're dressing up as for Halloween? You guys got to do something, right? Let's see. What are the kids going to be? Oh, I've got this really old like all black hoodie, and I put it on Gary the other day, and it goes like all the way down to the floor, and he just looks like this little baby death walking around. So I found like a little Halloween store baby sized sickle sigh thing, and so he's just gonna be walking around carrying that. It's super cute. He's gonna be funny. And Gemma, I think Gemma's gonna be a dinosaur. I think she's got like a little costume that makes it look like you're actually riding on a dinosaur. And yeah, so she's gonna have a lot of fun with that. Spill the tea. Are we spilling tea? So what are you rebelling against? Tea rebel? Are you rebelling against tea, or are you using tea to rebel? What's the angle? I can't even tell what that logo is. Is that a gi? Is that somebody in the gi? At least with the iPad, I can relatively kind of see things a little bit bigger. If I was doing it, had my phone for Instagram. This is why I wish Instagram had the ability to use common broadcasting software. It would just make things so much easier. But they're gonna do what they're gonna do. It's all good. But I do have to figure out the power settings on my iPad because it keeps dimming. Oh, you guys, T-Rebel Mountain has a meme war going on. Yeah, it is. It is funny that like the common trend for Instagram photos is to have the tea everywhere except for in your cup. It hits it and splashes out everywhere, freeze frame and stuff like that. It's great. But you're like that tea. Let's see, what was that? Oh, okay. So you're gonna do a Warp Dude, no costumes, but a Shadowrun server. You're gonna do a Halloween run. That sounds like fun. Shadowrun. There's a little bit of a Seattle cyberpunk history. Ethan likes tea. What's up, man? What are you sipping on this afternoon? This 2009 Jingmai right now. We'll probably switch to Nevermore after that. We're just sitting around talking about our 8 years in the tea biz. If anybody has any tea questions, pu'er questions, Yunnan questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them. T-Rebel, that sounds awesome. Big spilling energy, bad mouthing, bad blends, and irony. I like it. I like I'm a big fan of memes, and I love tea memes. I got in a lot of trouble like back on Reddit on RT like back in the day, like 8 years ago. Like I made some I made some tea meme about like tea knives and saying something like coffee doesn't have weapons, but tea does or something. And man, like people were so mad. They're like, we don't want memes. We don't want RT to turn into like a meme place. And they were just like so mad that I would make an image in the meme format or something like that. But I'm a fan of memes. So if you guys keep the tea meme economy rolling, got to keep putting out new content. It's good. Yeah, RT. They were so mad. They were so angry at me. It was funny because it also got like 500 upvotes, but then like all the comments were like, "We don't want any memes in RT. Where's the mods? We need a rule. No memes." And so then they made like T memes this subreddit, but it's just not. It's not the same. It's not the same. Ty, no specific costume, but you got cool Gothic Victorian era clothing that you don't get to wear much. Oh yeah, perfect. Halloween's a perfect time to put on some Gothic Victorian clothing. Absolutely. Yummy yam, lazy and pale. So you just throw on some fags, easy vampire costume. you gotta work with what you got. Absolutely. Hey Lamo. Oh wait, no. Thought she was coming, but I guess she's not. She's closing the door because I'm being too loud. She's trying to work in the back room, getting some accounting stuff done. The tea police. Yeah. Reddit's an interesting place, you know. It's interesting because it's such a big community that you get so many different like types of people. But like these small communities become really identified with a core set of the way posts are just always done. And so anytime, but it's always changing. You know, it can change between 6 months to a year, and one sub can be an entirely different sub. But anytime, if you're the person that's actually instituting that change, you just get a lot of pushback. And so I guess I was I don't know. I guess they didn't. I guess they weren't in a team meme mood. You want to see some big splashes? This is gonna be bad because I got computer stuff all over the place. We'll do a big splash on the next one. I promise. We'll see if it actually shows up. All right, what do we got here? Yeah, yummy yum. RT is simultaneously like welcoming and not, but that's the thing is like there are a great number of people on there that are welcoming, and there's also a large number of people on there that aren't welcoming, and so it's a public forum, so anybody can post and comment and stuff like that. And so I actually try to stay away from RT. I like having fun on our pu'er. I usually sit on there and ask questions and stuff. But I found like my role on Reddit as a T person has changed a lot in the last 8 years. When we first started 8 years ago, I mean, I was posting, commenting all the time. Like tons of people had questions, and I would be open and answering questions about pu'er tea and Yunnan tea production and stuff. But I find these days, people already know all the answers, so it's actually pretty good. The educational aspect has paid off. Ethan likes tea. You're brewing up some honey bomb. Nice job. One more submission for the 8-ball pot. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, if you guys don't know, these are I'll put it here on this camera first and put it here. This is, maybe if I get it right in the middle. These are our 8th anniversary 8-ball teapots, which are pretty cool. They are, it's a regular Genshui pot. We had them make Genshui Zisha. We had them make them a little bit taller, so it was a little bit more rounded and not as much, not as squatty as the Zisha. And then yeah, the actual 8 logo is which one here? This camera. The actual 8 logo is I'll show it for Instagram first. So that's actually inlaid clay. So after the black dried, they carved out the black, and then they inlaid Genshui white clay, like you would get from this teapot. So they inlaid the white clay over the top of it, and then they let that dry, and then they polished it, carved it flat and polished it down, and it actually turns out really nice. It's a really nice, simple little effect. So we're gonna be getting more of these, and I've got some fun ideas about them. So you've got the concept of kind of like the magic 8-ball. So here's the idea that we're gonna do. We're gonna take 8 fortunes written in Chinese, and we're gonna have them stamped onto the bottom of the pot. And you will randomly get one of the 8. So the people that actually buy these teapots, when they get it, they'll be able to flip it over and they'll have like a little fortune written on the bottom of it. I don't know which 8 fortunes we'll pick yet, so I'm still working on that. If you guys have some ideas, we'll figure it out. So just kind of a fun way to kind of like add an extra layer of interesting things to the tea experience. CK Walam, have a good one, man. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. Enjoy your enjoy your flu shot. Hope you get feeling better from that. Can they do a pot design to order, surface design? It depends. It gets a little. I mean, they can, but it gets a little tricky because sometimes they don't last through the firings and things, and then it's just usually we don't do custom designs unless we can do like a big enough batch to actually get through the risk of a firing. But they're pretty creative. They can do some really cool stuff. John Huang, we have still not revealed the hidden song. It's because we still have hidden song cakes to sell. So I said when we got down to the last tong, when there was no more tongs left to give, that we would do it. And I thought it was going to happen a little earlier this year. We're pretty close. We just need to sell a couple more hidden songs. I need to double check on the inventory with Lamu. But yeah, then I'll do a release party for that. Yummy Yam. Oh, we helped you out with a lot of questions. Yeah, I mean, I like talking about tea. I like answering questions. And one of the first things we noticed when we were starting this business is that, especially for pu'er tea, in the West, there was a great deal of misinformation. So we had to work to, right some educational wrongs of the past and explain to people what pu'er tea is, what it could be, everything about it. The fortune of finding a universally accepted definition of gushu. Yeah. Good luck with that. I was thinking more simpler fortunes. Some things that could be summed up in 1 or 2 Chinese characters. We were going to press them into Chinese characters on the bottom. Then the next layer to the fun of that was going to be we're going to be pressing little 8-ball Dragon Balls as well. And the wrappers themselves will actually have different fortunes on there. So if you buy like a pack of them, then you get random ones, and you sit there and you open it up and figure out what your little fortune was for that wrapper. Any plans on putting more show pu'er in the Seattle inventory? Yeah, we always have plans for putting more tea in the Seattle inventory, but the world and international shipping is fighting us every single day. We almost lost 5 big boxes of tea this last month because they just disappeared. And then all of a sudden they showed up back in Kunming, and so I'm really stressed about trying to ship them again now because we lost a lot of tea last year, and I'll be honest, we really can't afford to lose more tea. So we've been a little hesitant on shipping tea to our self lately. It's easier to risk 1 or 2 lost shipments to a customer, if the shipping is coming from China, because then we can just handle that or take care of that, or figure out a way to replace that tea. But if I lose 250 kilos of tea that are coming to the Seattle inventory, just a little harder to recover from that. So Tea Rebel, I forgot to do my big tea splash. I'll do it right now. Yeah, so as soon as we have the chance to put tea stuff back, new teas into the Seattle inventory, we will absolutely do that. But it will be, I don't know that it'll happen in time for Christmas even. So what we've got in the Seattle inventory now is probably what it's going to be for a little while. All those poor cakes of dark depths. Yeah, if you guys don't know, we lost about 70 kilos of dark depths, which is why we don't have dark depths for sale anymore. But we have reblended it, and it is being repressed, and will be available as soon as possible. All right, let's see if we can do I don't know. I usually have like a camera, and I'm trying to catch a slow motion. Is it going to work with a? That didn't even splash. maybe I'm too gentle with it. Are there any tricks for getting a very, very, very creative splash? Do you have to go up higher? Didn't even splash. Just bubbled. Maybe I got to get it on the side. What's the trick to getting cool splash photos? There it is. You got to kind of go in at an angle and get it to spin around. There you go. I need tips on how to splash. You got to hold it really high. There we go. Yeah, pretty much. I wish Warp Diet. I wish it was Lost at Sea. If Dark Depths was Lost at Sea, that would be amazing because it would be like the sea reclaiming its own. But it was New Jersey. New Jersey lost 70 kilos of tea. Some blank-faced government warehouse in New Jersey took 70 kilos of our tea, scanned it. It clearly was scannable at some point in time, and then they don't know where it went. And then it's just gone. So yes, the lore of the New Jersey Kraken grows. That's right, I got it. So I kind of came in to get the splash right. Had to hold it high. I had to come in at the cup this way, kind of get the stream to go bam, get it to do a swirl and splash out. So I'll work on it. I'll practice. I'll practice wasting tea with style. Oh man, let's see. I think I should brew up a little. Show pu-erh. New Jersey is kind of the dark depths of the East Coast. No offense to anybody who's from New Jersey. Do we have any customers from New Jersey? Anybody in the chat? Anybody watching can hail from New Jersey? I think we must have. We must have some customers from New Jersey. Yeah, Yummy Yam. I would love to magically like have them find the box of Dark Depths. I have talked to the USPS about this more times than I care. I have filed every single possible claim that can be filed. I've talked to every single agency that's possible to talk to, and they do everything they can to make it as difficult as possible. They're like, well, it's coming in through customs. You know, you can't make an official inquiry unless it's been 45 days. So you're like, fine, okay. So you've had it for 45 days. You call them. You start the official inquiry. They're like, no. We meant to say 45 business days. It's only been 45 calendar days. And you're like, great, 45 business days. So 45 business days is like another month later. So another month later, you're messaging that and you're filling out all the paperwork. And they're like, well, it's just like, it's been so long now. How could we really expect to find it after like 3 months? Like, you really needed to contact us earlier. And it's just like, yeah. Yeah. Not a happy camper about that one. A Jersey Kraken Bandit. That's what it is. There's probably some meme. Somebody can put together a meme for the Jersey Kraken Bandit. Who wants to take that on? T Rebel, I'll put you in charge of the T Kraken meme. Snagging up all the lost packages. We can start like a bad Santa style legend Krampus type thing. Just sneaks around the tea Kraken, taking all the tea packages, get lost. All the good boys and girls get their tea packages, but the bad ones, the Kraken gets it. Yeah, that's the sad thing. T-Rel is probably being used. Honestly, they discarded it is what they did probably. I'm sure, like the label got ripped off on some machine somehow, and then it just got anything that's a consumable. Like if it was like electronics or something, they'd like track it down, or it would go to the missing mail center, and then I could fill in a description of the box and the contents and stuff like that. Lamo, if you get a chance, could you bring me some more of the water? But once as soon as they see it's a consumable, they just toss it. The Hunt for Dark Depths by Spielberg. There you go. USPS seems to have some issues lately. Someone opened her package at one point, stole the content, shipped the box, came in a sealed box. Sorry, your package was damaged. No, oh, that's tough. And if you also could grab my little Halloween mask up there, I wanted to show it off. Thank you so much. Llama's about to head out to grab pick up the kids from preschool. You want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Does anybody want to say anything to Llama while she's still here?
Hello, everybody.
That was it. She's got to go. Yes. So let me work on the water here for a sec. Yeah, we can start that. We can start the legend of the tea Kraken. We yeah, I talk to USPS all the time, and they're always pretty rude until like you can find out that they've like made mistakes, and then they just like were like so apologetic. You know, I got somebody's customer couldn't their tea was marked as delivered. They didn't have it. The post office was just like super snarky. It's just like, well, like we've got geo tracking now, and so it very clearly, like was tagged, like at their destination. And then, sure enough, like a week later, like the customer's just like, oh yeah, I got stuck in my neighbor's box, and so then they called the post office. They're like, oh, so it was misdelivered, and because the post office is always like, yeah, your customers got it. They're just lying to you about it. They tell me that every single time, and I'm like, I've been doing this for a little while. Every single time a package is lost and found again, it's your fault. I have never actually had a customer that got a package and lied that they had it, and then they're like, well, it's just everybody says hi, Lamo. Anyways, this is my mask. This is my Halloween mask. I'm pretty excited about this. It's just gonna be pretty simple. Hoodie with a mask. This is like a kind of like a cyberpunk style samurai face mask, a menpo, I think they call it. But I 3D printed that, and how awesome did that turn out, right? Like that looks amazing. 3D printing is just super cool. 3D printed it and then painted it chrome. It turns out awesome. I wish it was easy to drink tea through it, but maybe if I had a straw, because that means I can't wear it for the Halloween tea stream. But super excited about this 3D printing, guys. It's the future. Ethan likes tea. This is really interesting. I don't have enough leaf to do a session of honey bomb, so I mixed in some ooh, you're doing a little custom blending there. Interesting mix of sweet and savory and a side of tongue numbness. Yeah, that's the fun thing about blending. You can create all sorts of really cool stuff. Yeah, Warp Dude, I get it. Yeah, wake the F up, Samurai. Straw drink. Do you ever mix shung like that by session? Sure, I absolutely do. And that's literally how we create our blends. I just sit down and experiment. So it's like, hey, what would this taste like with this? Mix it around. Have a lot of fun. Yeah, Ro, right? This like mask has tons of detail. It's super, really excited about how it came out. And the print lines actually didn't really show up too much. The paint kind of helps to kind of like mix in the designs, and I also kind of like sanded it down a little bit. I painted it black first so that the chrome would kind of like really pop. But there was like this stage for a moment where it was like gloss black, and I was just starting to put the chrome over it, and I should have stopped it right there because it just had like this super glossy black with just like the hint of chrome over the top. It was actually pretty awesome. But full chrome. I was actually hoping for like a full actual mirror finish, but I guess you got to get some pretty fancy paints to be able to get that level of mirror shine. I'm switching over to Nevermore, guys. Maybe if we got enough time, I'll do some black tea as well. Going through some black tea. Clean out this cup. Mr. Remakes, you're a bit behind. Catching up on 2X. Maybe the Jersey Devil took dark depths. Is that it? Is the Jersey Devil a thing? We were joking about the Jersey Kraken. Is there actually a Jersey Devil? I'm not familiar with East Coast lore. I'm more of a West Coast lore kind of guy. We've got our Sasquatches and our Chupacabras and stuff like that. But yeah, East Coast has got to have some similar stuff, right? Those Appalachians, those are some crazy stuff goes on over there. Tell me about the Jersey Devil. I'm curious about that. Ethan really likes tea. You're curious about Nevermore. Nevermore's good stuff. Where did my cake go? Here we go. So yeah, if you guys don't know the story of Nevermore, I'd kind of been wanting to do something dark tea-ish with a light's kind of messing that up with a there we go, got it straight. Doing something, a dark tea with kind of like a crow theme, a raven theme, and of course the name Nevermore just like works perfectly in that vein. But then I couldn't really figure out the art until like Tea Fairy. If you guys don't follow the Tea Fairy on Instagram, she does really cool stuff. South Jersey Tea Devil, part goat with wings. Oh, that's crazy. I like Tea Fairy. She does really cool stuff. She takes really good photography, and she's one of our customers and a friend for a long time. And she posted just the coolest photograph of a dark sky, stormy sky with this raven sitting alone up in the tree. And I'm like, that looks amazing. I'm like, can we put that on a wrapper? Totally worked out. Turned out really awesome. It looks really good. She was really excited to be able to get that. And then we sent her some cakes of it too. Yeah. So if the thing about Nevermore that I like a lot, and we hadn't actually, one of the very first show pours that we sold was we just called it the 2008 Boulong. That's all we called it. It was just a really simple 250 gram cake. Had like a gold leaf, a gold ribbon pressed into it as an effet. Like that was it. Here, we'll get this up here. There we go. All right, there we go. Instagram camera first. Look at that. So this is a really super bud heavy cake. And the cool thing about bud heavy cakes is they just brew so like fast and quick, like in those early steeps. So you can really get a lot out of it in the beginning sessions. And then after like 8 sessions or so, it really starts to mellow out. But those buds in show pour, they just have like so much like really potent flavor, and it's pretty cool. I like it. But we hadn't really had like a bud heavy blend until for quite a while, because we sold out of the 2008 Boulong maybe in like, I don't know, 2015 or 2016, and then we started because it was stuff that we had found that when we were there, before we even knew that we could press our own cakes and stuff like that. So we were really excited to be able to find that material. In fact, the way we found it is I was really curious about, I didn't know anybody back then that was doing single origin show pour. I was really curious about like what show pour from individual mountains tasted like. Nearly all the show pour that you could find in like 2012, 2013, at least where we were looking, was all just big blends from big factories, like Dai and Shagwan and stuff like that. And so made a specific goal to try and find some single origin show pour stuff. And I was pretty excited when we found those bricks. They were super awesome. And so bought what we could from the lady who had them in the market, and then just kept buying more when we had the opportunity. First year didn't have a whole lot of money, so we're trying to just buy what we could, sell what we could, and just kind of work up to it. And I think those were really good cakes. Is anybody here in the chat? Did anybody actually try the 2008 Boulong? Does anybody have any of the old school Crimson Lotus tea? I don't think we've sold those in quite a while, but I kind of miss them because they were super popular. So Nevermore is probably about as close as we're going to get to what the 2008 Boulong was. And I actually don't. We bought these cakes pre-pressed, and I don't actually know a lot about them. I just know I like them. They work good. It's good taste. And but I'm going to guess they're probably got some Boulong in it. It's got a really good. Just kind of has like that Boulong. Kind of have that Boulong essence. Ethan likes tea. What are my opinions on factory blends? Well, I mean, technically I make blends, so I've got nothing against factory blends. It's we sell single origin stuff when we think it has merit, and we sell blends when we think things work better together. So those big factories, there's an incentive to having a company style, like a company taste, and people get used to it. Especially, you look at a fat company like Shagwan, which has been around for more than 100 years. People want Shagwan because they want Shagwan. They're looking for that taste, and so there's a definite incentive for them to create teas that always taste like that. and that's actually very, 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 very hard, especially since, you know, Shagwan themselves, I don't think they own a lot of their own gardens. I know like Dai Yi owns like tons and tons, you know, hundreds of acres of gardens, but I don't know that Shagwan themselves, I know that they own some, but I don't really know that they own a lot, and they don't own enough to actually do everything that they need in that given year. So that means they have to buy, and they'll buy tea from anybody. I mean, they pay really cheap prices, but they'll buy any tea from anybody, regardless of the quality. And so if you've got, if you've got to put together a production of, 100,000 kilos of tea, and it's got to be at the same flavor profile as the last year, and you've got just a bunch of material and you got to work it back together, that's really tough. So I give them credit for being able to create a unique, consistent flavor profile year to year. So I got a lot of respect for the big boys in the tea biz and the blends that they can do, and that's part of why we put together a Crane Gang. Just kind of wanted to pay a little homage to the big boys. Make a little cake to I don't know, just show a little respect to them or something like that. But yeah, Crane Gang's fun. Really nice little blend. Super affordable. Mouths of Chai, you're going to sleep. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for checking out the live stream. This is a lot of fun. Appreciate everybody who had the chance to log in. Everybody who had the chance. So I'll see you online. See you tomorrow. If I missed comments or anything like that. What printer did I print it on? Oh, Matt P for that. I have an Ender 3 Pro by Creality. I bought it last winter, and I bought it refurbished, and I bought like the absolute cheapest model that I could find because I didn't really know what I was getting into and whether I should, just didn't have a whole lot of money basically to spend on something. I wanted to get into the 3D printed world. And so, yeah, I think it's actually super awesome. It's worked really well. I use a filament from Atomic, and I really like their stuff. And yeah, had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun learning on it, making stuff, printing stuff, making cool little things for the kids. It's kind of fun. 3D printers are a lot of fun. I like making things and designing stuff. Rising Pines, hello from Georgia. Hey from Washington. Where are you from in Georgia? Ro, how much do 3D printers usually cost? Man, you can get some really decent budget stuff. So my Ender 3 Pro, which can print at that quality level, refurbished, I got for like $150 shipped, like at my door for less than $150. Like, yeah, you can't beat that. Like, now, I mean, up from there, you've got higher quality levels and ones that print different, and you can just spend tons and tons of money. But I thought that was a super good deal. I like your name, Rising Pines. I used to live in Georgia. Love the pine trees down there. Entirely different than the pine trees that we have out here. Pine trees here don't really have needles. It's more of an evergreen thing. Happy wants to know if anybody bought the Rum Barrel Black Gold. Hasn't tried theirs yet. Letting it sit. Curious if anybody has any comments. Yeah, bro, you totally should. Yeah, hop on some of the like 3D printing forums on on Reddit or something like that, and post around. Be like, hey, I want to get a new printer. What's a good deal for a beginner? Like a nice little budget deal. You can probably find some pretty good stuff. I've been more than happy with it. Super upgradable, super hackable. You can take it and tweak parts and add new things and do all sorts of stuff. And one of the cool things is once you get the 3D printer set up and running, you can start printing your upgrades to it, which is super cool. You can print all sorts of little accessories for the printer. Conyers. I'm trying to remember where Conyers, Georgia was. I used to live in Riverdale, just south of it, Atlanta. Art of Jim, what's going on? Why can't I remember where Conyers, Georgia is? Let me look it up real quick. Sure. Okay. All right. Gotcha. So kind of like east of Atlanta. That makes sense. I didn't get over there too often. Spent a lot of time as a kid at Stone Mountain. We were always out there, but that's a little bit further north from you. Yeah, the Jonesboro, Riverdale, Fayetteville area. Those were my stomping grounds. Oh, you just got the 2019 Altered State in the mail. It's awesome. I can't wait to hear what you think of it. It's a really fun tea. Anybody else do 3D printing? Have any suggestions or things for Ro, who's looking to maybe get into 3D printing? Things they could try. Who all here does who does 3D printing here? I can't be the only one. Stargazer, same artist, different tea. You're right. Yeah, no, Stargazer's awesome. Tea with Neldon, what's going on? Thanks for hopping in. What are you drinking today? We are drinking Nevermore, the show pour. Ty's happy that they got theirs a while. Their Black Gold rum barrel a while back. Tried it with about a week after arriving. It's really nice. The rum flavor and aroma is still very strong. Yeah, that's one of the things I'm really happy that those teas have actually had the ability to keep that like rum essence through the tea. Christopher says he's got a few printers with a smiley face. I'm wondering how. Hi from Sweden. Nice to see some international people in here. What printers do you have, and what kind of printing do you do, Christopher? Rising Pines, we had a small stone mountain called Arabia Mountain, also near a monastery. Interesting. Warp Dude, I saw like fingernail big nitty tabletop mine printed, super detailed. It's amazing what's available now. It really is. It's absolutely fascinating to me. The level of resolution that can come from that, and especially when you use that sort of stuff to instead of just like 3D printing a final product, using it in the existing process, like using it to actually create wax molds for casting and stuff like that. You 3D print something that you wouldn't be able to construct, and it's kind of cool to be able to see that. Tea with Neldon. Unfortunately, at work, makes you want tea. Probably break out some Black Gold Rum Barrel or Dark Depths when you come. You should, because there's not a lot of dark people with Dark Depths. So if you've got some, good for you. Gushu Studios used to do a lot of CNC stuff. So I actually got I don't know, it's probably way super predates me, but I had some really amazing opportunities when I was at a very unique high school in Georgia. So freshman year, 1990, they actually had courses in CNC milling and machining in manufacturing for freshmen in 1990. So I did a lot of worked a lot with some CNC routers and CNC mills and lathes, and did some little programming and stuff like that. And so yeah, I've been doing CNC stuff for for quite a while. That was like CAD version 1.0 or something. It's just kind of funny to see how far things have gone. So yeah, I've got a good 30 years of CNC programming under my belt, kind of, if that counts. Rising Pine, spent tons of time at Stone Mountain, though. You lived 15 minutes there for 3 years before moving down here. As a kid, we spent so much time at Stone Mountain. Like, I absolutely loved it. I have hiked up and down that thing so many times. I really, yeah, I just love the idea of like that big giant fat rock sitting out there. We used to hike that thing all the time. We'd even, like on Easter, try and hike up it in dark for some like the Easter sunrise services that they would have on the east side of it. That's a trip, like doing the dark hiking up that rock in the dark. It's kind of fun though. It's got to keep your family members close, because it's pretty easy just to like walk off into some wrong way, and then you get lost or just fall right off the edge. Yummy I've never done it, but you're looking into a 3D printer for your brother. He's always building stuff, making nice for him, make small scale ideas for trucks. It absolutely is. It just the idea of rapid prototyping, even if you weren't going to like make something, because the structure of most of like the PLA and the different plastics and stuff, unless you have a really high end printer, is not really it's not super strong for a lot of use cases. But if you can take that and do like rapid prototyping and can like build the parts and concepts that you want, and then use that to actually like machine out like the final part and something else, it's because you can, you know, print something out in just a couple hours. So pretty awesome. So I've been doing a lot of little projects, and then I was like, shoot, but there's probably some cool Halloween masks on there, so I printed out the Jake Knapp. What's going on, man? I was just showing off my my 3D printed Halloween mask. You'll get a kick out of this. Bam! Look at that. Look at that fatty cyberpunk mempo. Here we go. This is it. This is my Halloween. Maybe with some sunglasses or something like that. But I don't know. Turns out pretty cool, right? Jake will get a kick out of that. Christopher, got your first 3D printer in 2009. An old up printer. You got a Prusa i3 now, Creality, Tevo Tornado, 2 SLA printers that work. Oh yeah, you're set. You got tons of stuff. Is Jason Floyd still in the chat? Jason Floyd, I don't think he is. He probably hopped on just to see what I was doing. He's a friend of mine, lives local. He's got really amazing 3D printers that I get a little jealous of when he posts pictures of what he's working on. Christopher suggests someone new to 3D printers, start with popular and cheap one, lots of forum people to help. There'll be lots of questions. Yeah, that's basically my idea with, you know, getting an Ender 3 Pro. I figured there was like just a massive upgrade community for it, and super easy to get in like new hot ends or upgraded fans or motors or motherboards and BL touch pens and all sorts of things like that. And so it's been super easy to, even though there was a lot of work to tweak it to be as the resolution that I wanted. Pretty excited about it now that it's all set up. Rising Pines, come have tea in the mountains. You'll be hiking up north a lot this winter. I spent a lot of my childhood in the North Georgia mountains near, there was a summer camp that I went to up there. And so a lot of times when I'm drinking show pour, I have memories of North Georgia in the summertime, fall, kind of like that hot, dry weather, a little bit of that shale, dry, dusty shale mineral environment. When I'm drinking show pour specifically, I remember Georgia a lot. Ethan likes tea. Do we have a physical store? If not, do you ever happen to plan on opening one in Seattle? We do not have a physical store. We do not have a physical store. We've used our home often in the past, set up like a tea tasting house, and we haven't really done that since COVID stuff broke. We sell some of our stuff at local shops. Phoenix Tea has some of our teas. Who else does? Lizzie Kate and Ballard. I think they still have some of our teas up on their shelves. So you can find some of our teas local. I would love to open a tea house in Seattle, something like proper, something like Gong Fu style. There's a lot of people that do really awesome shops like that, and I would love to be able to have one. It is an incredible amount of work to jump into the retail space and to actually make it work. You start running the numbers, because you got to make it work from a business perspective. Especially you want it to be in a popular area. I mean, location. So you want it to be in a good spot. It gets a lot of traffic. And then you start looking at rent and utilities and staff and employee and wages and everything, and it very quickly turns into a really expensive endeavor, which means you have to make the tea more expensive or sell significantly more of it. And so I think at this point in time, we're probably I can't foresee us anytime in the near future setting up a place like that, but I still think about it a lot. But it's a good question. I'm starting to see a lot of really awesome higher end tea stores popping up around the U.S. and around the world, and it's cool. There's a lot of creativity. I really enjoyed spending time at some tea shops like Hidden Peak down in Santa Cruz. Hidden Peak's got a gorgeous setup. I really like I like O5 up in Vancouver. It's such a gorgeous place as well. And I think there's definitely room for more high-end Gong Fu style tea shops in the U.S. But I don't think we'll be tossing our hat into that ring for a while. Smitty, hour late, but you made it. Better late than never. What are you drinking? What are you going to be for Halloween? We're talking about all sorts of stuff. Roe says that they will work without pay in exchange for a Dark Depths 2 cake. The question is, how many hours will you work for free without it for a Dark Depths cake? That's the trick. Rising Pines, I gotta have an amazing filtration system for tea shop too. Yeah, you really want good water. It's super important. Ethan likes tea. Tea culture is pretty much non-existent in Oregon, so you would have a legit tea house one of these days. I'm gonna have to disagree with you. You're just gonna have to start spending more time in Portland. The Portland tea scene is pretty hip and happening. I'm not sure where in Oregon do you live? How close to the Portland metropolitan area are you? And do you actually want to get to downtown? Get to Portland? What do we got in Portland? You've got Poe Rosenberg at Heaven's School of Tea. He's got a super awesome setup. It's a little pricey to have a session with him, but it's absolutely worth it. What do you got? Rabbit's Moon and the Enthea Tea House, Enthea. They do pretty cool sessions. What's the name of that other tea shop? Somebody's gonna have to help me. I'm trying to think. I'm spacing on it. It's there's another really good tea shop. I've been in there a couple times. Can't think of the name right now. It's a very interesting and unusual name. Yeah. So, but Corvallis is probably a little bit far away. But if you ever did get up to Portland, you could find some pretty cool stuff. But it's a little bit of a trek. So, Oregon's big. People don't realize how big Oregon really is until you try to drive across it. It's always funny. Like I've driven Seattle to San Francisco and back so many times, and you get in the car. You're driving, you're like, all right, it's going to take a while. I got my long trip, I'm set, I'm going, get driving. And then you're in Oregon in like 2 hours. You're like, this is great. Like, look at this. Like, I'm already done with one of the 3 states. And then like the speed limit drops to 55 and Oregon never ends. Like, you will just drive and drive and drive and drive and drive. And you're just like, how long is this state? And you just keep driving and driving and driving. And it seems like forever, like, 10 hours later, you finally hit California. And then you realize how long California is. You got to drive half that state just to get to the Bay Area. Yeah, Oregon's long and slow. Change your speed limit, guys. Bump it up. The worst thing is when you like switch over, like you're going north from Nevada and you hit Oregon. It's like literally like the exact same road, but you go from like 75 unenforced to like 55 enforced. And you're like, it's the same road. Like, why do I have to go so slow? What do we got here? Christopher, any Shung suggestions? You got a Cake of Altered State in a few months ago, and you liked that a lot. By the way, you guys have you guys have such awesome wrappers. Thank you. How do you source the artworks? Well, I try to find good artists that like to do cool stuff, and I don't know. I just I find things that I like, and I try and see if artists want to work with me. Gushu Studios and I are chatting about some stuff. I might put some design concepts together. See if we can get some Gushu Studios stuff on a wrapper. We'll see if we can work it out. Smitty's got no Halloween plans. Drinking some old tea Kuan Yin. Can't spend money on new tea. Well, that's one of the nice things about tea. If you've got old tea, it's probably still worth drinking. Well, especially if it's pu'er. You can drink some aged tea Kuan Yin as well. Mr. Remakes, Scott from Union source things in Oregon. Yeah, but I don't think he doesn't really run like a tea shop. And he doesn't run a tea shop, but I think he fulfills from Ben. And he actually lives in Austin area or Texas or something, but I don't think he has a tea shop down there as well. Dan Timon, I can't read that. Tilgeman. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Do we have this hoodie on the site? We do actually. Yeah, we saw these awesome Altered State hoodies on the site. I'm a big hoodie fan, especially as it gets into winter. You gotta have a little something to keep your head warm if you're like me. Oh yeah, no, Nevermore is nice. It brews up really dark. Dark depths technically brews up darker. Can we see that? Let's see. There we go. Almost. This is we're a couple sessions in, but that's silver, so it does certainly brew up look brighter through silver. Rising Red Lotus. Why does that Rising Pines? You're talking about that. Why does that Oh, right. No, I think they've yeah. I've seen their stuff. There's another tea company that's got some of their wrappers on it, right? I think so. Can't remember. Yeah, they do really good design stuff. Checking out their things right now. Yeah, that's really cool. I really like a lot of the way that they do some of their stuff. Nice, very nice. But yeah, no, I'm always looking for interesting new art stuff. Stasia's pretty cool. She always works out some cool stuff with us, and she's pretty easy to work with. We've been working with her since the beginning. She and I go way back. We were friends before we started the company, so. Ty, are there any plans on more hoodies and shirts? Yeah, it just kind of takes time to kind of get some fun designs together and get them mocked up and test printed and put on the site. But yeah, I hope to have some of our new designs put up onto some shirts and things. That's what it is. I knew Rising Pines. Yeah, Sourcing said them out a couple times. I knew I had seen some had seen their designs somewhere before. But pretty cool company name, Red Lotus, Crimson Lotus. They should work with us instead. Maybe I'll film. Maybe I'll message them about something. I don't know. It depends. I got started doing more design stuff ourselves this year. So I kind of did the designs. I mean, they're not super complex designs, but I did the designs for the Black Tea, Rome, and Intergalactic, and Big Red. So I worked those myself, but that's mostly just graphic manipulation stuff, moving pieces around and things. I didn't actually put pen to paper and really draw anything myself. Now, when is Halloween? How many days we got? 26. Let's see what we got. 7, 28. What day is Halloween? Is Halloween Saturday or Sunday? What we got? Wednesday. 27. Sunday night, Halloween Sunday night. Yeah, I'm trying to think about whether I could do a like a little Halloween, like a dark and spooky Halloween live stream. See if I could get people to tune in with or connect in via Zoom if they wanted to, if they had a costume on and a spooky story to tell. I think I've got a couple spooky stories. Trying to think. It'd be kind of fun. They're not tea related, but tell some spooky stories. Nice. So you guys, you met him in person. You had some dansong, some heicha from the '90s. That's cool. That's awesome that you're pretty close to them. What they got going on. If I missed anybody's questions, let me know. I'm trying to keep track of two windows here. But yeah, I can't wait till we actually get our cakes in from our new production. If you guys are just tuning in, you probably missed it. I mentioned earlier, we've had all sorts of fun shipping stuff going on this year, and so we actually don't have our new cakes in our possession yet. So thankfully, I take very copious notes when I'm doing the blending. So I was able to work the tasting notes from that. And I actually still have, I mean, I've got the material here so I can remake each of the blends and stuff like that. And so I could have like sessions with them, blues and maucha and stuff like that. But can't wait till we get our actual like cakes, our own cakes here. It's just, it's kind of awkward stuff you got to do because of everything that's going on. Most years when we get everything's pressed, we're actually in China and we press it all and we actually bring back a significant portion of it in our luggage. So then we actually have like a bunch of it here in Seattle ready to go. But Can't do that this year. Maybe next year. Who knows? It's hard to tell what's going to happen. Even next year with COVID and everything. Will my daughter be making some art for a cake? Hopefully someday. Yeah, I've been working with her. We do little drawing classes and stuff to ourselves. Watch some little YouTube videos on how to draw stuff, and she and I sit down and draw things. Yeah, I'll definitely get her art on a cake sometime. Maybe just call the T College Fund. All the proceeds go right into my kid's college fund. That would be kind of funny. Maybe I should just do that. Just call it college fund. Put her picture on there. There you go. There's a T. Boom. This was nice. Fun little session with you guys. I've been enjoying this. Kind of got out of the habit as summer came on, and you know, we had to watch the kids more often, and we're doing a lot more tea stuff and a lot more or work stuff and getting designs ready and things, and spending more time with kids outside. Kind of shelved the YouTube streaming stuff for a little while, but now that we're getting back into fall, I think I'm going to try and keep going with it and find a couple other ways to do it. Do some more of the between two teapots. Because those are just kind of fun. I really actually enjoy that. If there's anybody you have ideas about, who would you like to see on a Between Two Teapots episode that we haven't had on yet? Let me know if you guys have any fun ideas. Somebody I could reach out to. It'd be kind of cool. Ultimately, my goal with like the tea session / interview things was to be doing it in person. That's what I really want to do. I want to be able to have a session where I have tea with a person while I'm interviewing them, specifically if or hopefully even if a person isn't really into tea or doesn't really know a lot about tea, and so I can have a kind of do like a little sneak attack, get them super mega tea drunk, and see if they can reveal stuff that they wouldn't normally reveal in an interview, but do it over a nice fun long tea session. I think it'd be kind of cool. Be a fun format. Similar to kind of how they do the hot wings interview. If you guys have seen that, people give people a bunch of really super spicy hot wings. They'll tell you anything. If I could get Zach Galifianakis on the show, man, that would be I would have arrived at that point in time. I would finally be there. So that'd be pretty cool. I would totally do a show with Zach Galifianakis. Why not? He's hilarious. Love that guy. Yeah. Are there any more realistic interview options that people have? In that vein, I'd go and I'd have tea with Ryan Reynolds too. Crimson Lotus tea and Deadpool. I still got to figure this out. Like I know I've mentioned this before, but for those of you guys that know like the Deadpool movies, there's a very strange connection to Crimson Lotus in the Deadpool movies that I've been trying to figure out, and I can't figure it out. Like I've reached out to every possible person, including like friends that like work at Marvel, to try and figure out like what the Deadpool Crimson Lotus connection is, because you'll actually see it in both of the movies. Like he's got these little business cards, right? And on the back of the business card, I swear it's a picture of a tea tree, and it says Crimson Lotus, like the exact same characters that we use, Hong Lian. And yeah, so there's technically it could be a bonsai as well, but it looks like a tea tree. He's got these business cards that he carries around with him. Deadpool carries the business cards. It says Crimson Lotus. It's got a tea tree on it, and I got to figure it out. If anybody knows how to contact somebody from Marvel that would be able to figure out like why they're secretly Easter egg repping Crimson Lotus in the background, I'd love to know. Ro, I was not able to get in contact with Daniel from the Chinese tea shop, or I mean I was, but I don't think he was really interested in doing a live stream thing. But yeah, I can probably reach out to him again, but you know, I don't know. If somebody isn't really interested in something the first time, I usually don't poke them about it again. Yeah, Christopher, we actually did interview rapper artists. So like you know, like Jake's been on, Stasia's been on, Alka Michaels has been on, Twig and Snip, Sarah Brakefield, she was on, and yeah. So we definitely get people on. I think we've actually had. Well, we've had all the tea artists on except for the ones that are from, the rapper artists, except for the ones that are from China. That one's just been a little bit tricky. I've been trying to figure it out how we could do it, but there a lot of them, you know, they don't speak English, so we'd have to use Lamu as a translator, and Lamu gets a little nervous about her English speaking abilities, and so I don't really know if she wants to step up into that role, but I do need to try and figure that out, because I would love to get Song on. He's super cool. I'd love to get Douchey on. He's actually super cool. It could totally work. It would be a lot of fun. Rising Pines, I am Deadpool. No, I'm not. It would be I don't think I don't know. I certainly appreciate Deadpool, but I don't think I could actually be Deadpool. Who could I be if I was in the Marvel universe? I don't think I could be Deadpool. It'd be hilarious to be Deadpool, but I'm trying to think now. That's a good one. I wonder if there's anybody that does any tea stuff in the Marvel universe. I'm trying to think. Loki Toki, what's going on, man? It's got to be late over there. What are you doing? Are you still up? You still up drinking tea? Loki Toki is joining us today from the Netherlands. You're in Amsterdam, right? Where are you at, Loki? Toki, what are you drinking? It's is it late or is it early? What is it? It's got to be no, it's about midnight there, right? Midnight, 1 a.m. 11 p.m. What time is it over there? It's good to see you, man. Yeah, Christopher, check out the it's probably not, I don't know, I need to maybe reorganize how YouTube does things. YouTube sometimes kind of hides the live streams, or it doesn't treat the live streams, it doesn't advertise them in the same way as it advertises like an actual video. So I don't know, maybe I have to like re-upload them as an actual video as opposed to like a live, but then you lose like the chat stream if you do that. So I was keeping them as live because I wanted people to be able to see and read the chat as they were going. So I don't know, if somebody knows a little bit more about how YouTube works, you could let me know, but I'm not sure. But yeah, you can go back, and I think you got to go to the channel and then click on the live stream, and then you can scroll through and you can see. Yeah, we've got a bunch. We interviewed tons of people last year, and so I need to start getting that list going again once I get some of our new teas in stock here, because then I'll want to sit down and like have tea with Stasia, where we're both drinking the same tea that you know, she's got her wrappers and stuff on. What are we at? What time is it? It's about 3 o'clock. All right. Well, guys, I think I probably need to call it quits here in a minute. So if anybody has any extra questions or anything, let me know. Otherwise, you know, I'll tell you, we got still got till tonight at midnight. Thai guy, what's going on? Evening. In the pot today, we started off with. It smells so good. We started off with our 2009 Jingmai, and then we switched it up, and we switched over to this the show pour that I got in there now, which is our Nevermore, which is pretty good stuff. And it's still super sweet. Like those first 5 or 6 steepings of these really bud heavy ones are just super thick and dark, but now it's got a really nice sweetness to it. All right, guys, this was a lot of fun. I really appreciate everybody tuning in, having some fun, having some tea with us. I'm glad I was able to figure it out to get Instagram and YouTube on at the same time, which I think will be kind of fun. Let's more people into it, and I might try to. I'm going to see if I can figure it out. I'll try to do like a late Halloween night, super spooky, creepy, late night Halloween tea tasting. See if that works, and then I'll try to. I'm gonna try to at least get like one live stream tea thing up per week when I've got the time for it. But I really appreciate. Oh hey, Seawood's here. What's going on? Hang in there, Crimson Lotus. I'll do it. I will hang in. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This is a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. Thanks.